In this video, we're going to be going through how to build a Christmas store in 4 easy steps. So let's get out of the damn cold and make some stores. So, apart from what we discussed at the pond, why exactly would you want to build a Christmas store? Well, if you think about seasonal stores, they're kind of like pop-up stores in the real world. A pop-up store comes along and its purpose is to create brand awareness for that parent brand of the pop-up store. And if that pop-up store does well, inevitably it will become a chain and people would have flocked to it because of that original store. Other than that, there are quite a few pros to starting a Christmas store. So let's have a look at them. Number 1 is high demand. Christmas is crazy. People are really in the mood to spend. If you think about all of your friends, you could buy many presents for them, and then you've still got your family on top of that. So people are really going to be out there and they're going to be spending money. 2, this is going to result in higher conversions, which speaks for itself. With more traffic than usual, this is probably going to lead to more purchases, and that is why you would want to be there with a Christmas store at the ready. 3, higher AOV. Because of the higher conversion rate, your average order value will likely be stronger as well, and you'll be able to finish the year with a good average order value. 4, you could sell the store once it's done really well. I've not done this personally, but I know that the Ecom King and Ricky Hayes have done this last year to great effect, and to great effects to their wallets as well.
You smell that? What is that?
Opportunity.
No, money.
Okay.
I smell money.
Okay.
5, if it does well, you can scale it easily, and then you can move into the process of changing it into a normal store for next year. But what goes up must come down, so let's have a look at some of the cons for starting a Christmas store. So of course, there's going to be some setbacks to dropshipping at Christmas. Number 1 would be the cost of advertising. The cost of advertising at this time is going to be higher because there's lots more competition. So you want to be using untapped channels like YouTube ads and maybe hiring an influencer, because Facebook ads is going to be absolutely packed. Number 2, Christmas equals competitive. So this is where, more than ever, you're going to want to try and stand out with your own unique selling points and your own distinctive brand. So this might be difficult if you're not used to doing this kind of thing. 3, a high return rate. With Christmas, people aren't always going to enjoy the gifts that they receive, so there's going to be a high number of people returning just because of that. But on top of that, people are already in the mood for returns. So you want to be setting the expectations very, very high, just in case people get the package and they're like, this isn't what I wanted, and they send it back. Let's say you're selling a pair of good old Christmas socks. You don't want to be throwing around buzzwords like lifetime quality, excellently durable. You essentially just want to be meeting that guarantee that you set. If you send out these Christmas socks and you've said that they're lifetime guarantee, they're 100% satisfaction guaranteed, and they fall apart in a month, you're going to have one unhappy customer. And one unhappy customer means a bad review and an incoming refund request.
I demand a refund. I'm a consumer and I have rights.
And there we go. That's all refunded for you.
Like, it's not short credit. It's full.
Yeah.
So be truthful and set those expectations. Otherwise, you're going to have a whole bunch of negativity in your life. So here's an example of great refund policies, because you definitely want to have everything crystal clear on your homepage, on your policy page, and on the product pages, just to make sure that people aren't going to come in, expect one thing, and get another. You want to set that bar pretty high. So if you're still watching and you're ready to get creative, we need to look at what is happening in the world, because step 1 for building a high converting Christmas store is finding the right product. So let's have a look at some of the top selling categories. So to understand the top categories, we first need to look at what's been happening in the world. COVID-19 obviously has been a massive impact for all of us. Some people have lost friends and family, and we've all been disrupted because of the virus. So with that somber tone behind us, the first category that we can look at would be working from home. So the home and office niche. You know, this is going to include things like loungewear, laptop stands, headphones for working at a desk, even massive electronic standing desks would be a good bet as well. Anything really that's going to enhance a working from home space. Stationery, calendars, notebooks, 2021 diaries, things like that are going to be great. The second big niche is laptops and gadgets. If you find anything that's going to help this working from home sort of new lifestyle, that would be a great thing to sell. There's tons of potential here for, new mouses, new sorts of chairs for the office, and you could even do things that MVMT have been doing where they introduce new, blue light glasses. Things like that are great. And of course, Christmas is going to involve kids. So, kids is a massive niche you want to be targeting to parents, and you want to be selling kids clothing, kids toys. People at this age obviously still believe in Santa, sorry, but he doesn't exist.
Oh, don't cry, are you?
And so you're going to want to sell them some groovy toys that will hopefully improve their lives. And speaking of improving lives, pets. The pet niche is always alive and well, so pet toys, pet clothes, anything related to pets is going to sell pretty well at Christmas. You always have to bear in mind that people are probably not buying for themselves at this time of year. They're going to be buying for their friends and family. So there's plenty of potential for different kinds of things. And pretty much everybody knows somebody who has a pet. Another massive niche to consider in Christmas is personalized. Anything that's customized, like personalized jewelry, really pops off at this time of year. My mentor Ricky said that he sold a his and her ring this time last year and absolutely killed the market because people are going to be buying for their spouses or their parents, and anything that's slightly personalized or customized, people really resonate with that because it's for them and them only, or at least that's what they think. And then obviously you've got Christmas decorations, wrapping, tinsel, baubles, Christmas stockings, all that jazz. Another thing that's happened in 2020 is a massive spike in outdoor activity. Hiking, trekking, biking, hunting, anything that's going to involve going outdoors and using outdoor equipment. So you can look at selling skis, clothing for the outdoors like cold weather gear or hunting gear, fishing gear. Of course, everybody needs a good pair of boots. The same can be said for art. Because of everybody being in lockdown, art has taken a massive spike. We can have a look at selling drawing kits, art supplies, painting supplies, easels, and little art starter kits for kids. And then there's alcohol. Lots of people like to get their drink on for Christmas, so you can sell like bartending equipment, like cocktail shakers and martini glasses, anything themed like that. You can't actually sell alcohol. You probably will have to just sell the equipment that goes with it. And of course, you can sell Christmas masks. Most places in the world will actually be seeing COVID go through to next year, unfortunately, so a cheeky Christmas mask might be able to lighten someone's day. And then the last big niche is clothing. For the Northern Hemisphere, which is an awful lot of the world's population, it's going to get cold.
I can't feel my fingers anymore. They're numb.
So you can sell hats, gloves, scarves, big jackets for winter. And lots of people are going to be wanting to buy those kinds of things for their friends and family. Just make sure that you get the respective size charts from AliExpress when you're doing this for the USA and for Europe respectively. Step 2, you're going to want to figure out how to find winning products and build a high converting Christmas store. So before we go any further with this, you should definitely watch my product research playlist and how to build high converting store videos here and here. So I wouldn't usually recommend this, but for Christmas you should probably try building a general store, because people are just going to be getting a lot of gifts for their friends or their family, and they might just want to do it all at once. And if you've got a lot of things to cater to that idea, then you're going to make a bit more sales than if you just had one product. And this tutorial would be a bit weird if I didn't plug our own theme. So Debutify comes preloaded with a bunch of groovy add-ons which are designed to guarantee you and me conversions. Right, and step 3 is going to be the apps you want to install to make your store very Christmassy. First one is White Christmas. Basically just going to bring some effects to your store, bring some music as well, which I'm not really into. It's going to slow your store down a bit, but the snowflake effect is really cool and it's quite cheap. You're only going to use this for 1 month, so you're only going to pay $10. That being said, I did find another one, which is only $4 a month, and you only get the option for one snowflake. Throughout the year, you can change it for Thanksgiving, Easter, stuff like that. Next one up is POWR. Now, usually this is just to showcase a sale on your website, but for Christmas, what I would do is I would just say, it's only 12 days left till Christmas, make sure you get in here. And that's just going to, you know, build that urgency within your store, and it's going to improve your conversion rate for sure. And I've talked about Loox before on this channel, but you know, I would absolutely be getting Loox because people are going to be looking at your store and they're going to be saying, you know, why should I buy this product for my friend? Why should I get this gift? And social proof is just absolutely essential for online shopping. And of course, when you're building a Shopify store, you need an order fulfillment service. And DSers, as far as I know, is absolutely the number one. You know, I use it. I know many other people that use it, including my mentor, Ricky. I personally just go with this. You know, it's linked straight with AliExpress and it works really well. Another app I'd want to get for Christmas is Bucks Currency Converter Pro. This is just going to allow you to showcase all the different currencies that you want. You know, obviously you're going to be targeting to the USA most of the time, but it's always better to have that option. You can target to Australia, you can target to the UK, you can target to New Zealand, and if you're a little bit more advanced, you can start looking at places like Japan and Scandinavia for those high GDP but foreign language countries. How else are you going to do that without a currency converter app? And then of course you're going to want Klaviyo, which is going to be your back-end remarketing and marketing app. So when you're building a Christmas store, you're going to want to install a theme. I don't often plug our theme on this YouTube channel, but it is an excellent resource. The more and more I learn about apps, the more I can see that our own theme actually comes preloaded with add-ons that fulfill a similar role. So let's just go through and have a look at some of those. For example, Order Deadline is on Shopify. It's $10 a month. Essentially, it just showcases when things are likely going to be delivered with a little piece of text underneath your product page. And, you know, that's $10 a month, which you probably could be spending on Debutify, and you're going to get 40 other add-ons for the same price. Because in our product pages, we have a similar sort of thing, and all it is a piece of small code, and, you know, we bundle it together with all of the other add-ons. Now, just while we're on a product page, other add-ons that are great for Christmas stores are things like these quantity trackers, where we can see how many people are viewing this right now and how many are left in stock. And that is definitely going to add a lot of urgency on top of the already urgent seasonal period. Now, I've actually made a video about this app in the past, but Debutify installs this preloaded. And what I'm talking about here is frequently bought together. When they're looking at one product, you can say, hey, we actually have t-shirts and sunglasses as well. And if you add it, we'll give you a discount. And that is going to increase your conversions. And all of these little urgency building things are going to help promote your products because everybody leaves Christmas shopping to the last minute. Now, just back to product pages, at the start of the video, we had a great example from Earth, but Debutify actually builds this in with our rich text add-on, where just underneath the product, you can advertise some details and other text and images, just to make sure that they absolutely know when they're expected to get it, the guarantees that are expected, the returns policy, the shipping costs. Have all of that up front so you don't get heaps of Christmas complaints. Now, there's heaps of add-ons that I could talk about with Debutify. I'll just do one more that I think is really great for a Christmas store, because when people are in this frame of picking up heaps of gifts for everybody else, they want to just do it quickly. They want to get things done and they want to get back to their day. So this is a fantastic add-on. This is the collection add to cart. When you have the carousel like this, usually you've got to punch in to the product page to make a purchase, add to cart. But what the collection add-on does is when you're scrolling through the landing page or on another product page, you can just add to cart straight from that page. And boom, you're done. Now, one last thing while we're on the store is I would definitely recommend giving free shipping for Christmas. And you can do this in a number of ways. You can do a quantity upsell where if they buy 2, you can give them free shipping. Or you could just have a floating bar at the top of the page that says something like free shipping over orders of $35. Right, so that's everything from Debutify. Let's get back to step 4. And step 4 is marketing, the most important step of all. So you're going to want to build social media accounts, not just a Facebook brand page to launch your Facebook ads from, but also an Instagram page. And you should link these together with an app like Later to make sure that your posts come out on time and you can launch it from the laptop, which makes it a lot easier to type out that high quality ad copy. And as I said earlier, you'll want to be in touch with an Instagram influencer. And you can see my video on that here. which will help you along the way. And now I'm going to flood you with a few more video topics, because when you're launching any kind of store, you're going to be wanting doing testing. So check out my latest testing strategy for Facebook ads. Here we update this playlist every so often once I make a video about Facebook ads. So I would check that right there. I'm just going to bing, 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 bing. Check that video playlist out. Sweet. Well, Merry Christmas. Thanks for watching. I hope that this was informative. I hope that you have a wonderful and safe Christmas with those that you love. And yeah, I will see you next year. Take it easy.